Howdy. It's Who Needs a Drink? Traditional style. Friday night at 10 Central European, 9 UK, 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. PST. Not normal content, just a live stream and a chat, catch up. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a lighter. And I have the John O'Malley, newly revised, updated, beautiful old Zippo. I still have the original inners. Didn't get rid of those, but now it's a cigar lighter. How is your Friday, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, the John O'Malley. Oh, and Rolex. I went by the bank today. I grabbed a couple of watches and dropped off a few, dropped off the APs. The poor Breguet Tourbillon that went all around Turin. First thing. And then I picked up a couple of watches. Some people have been complaining lately. They're like, we don't see much Rolex in your wrist anymore. Why not? Well, there you go. No date, 11/40/60. Nothing looks quite like a Rolly, huh? I'm often asked, do I prefer the 11/40/60 or the 12/40/60? Well, I prefer the 12/40/60 because, wider bracelet, more substantial clasp. Seems a little shallower as well in the dial. Somehow. I mean, we're talking a tiny, tiny difference. Negligible. So, yeah, nice watch. But, I love the classic as well. The classic, the 11/40/60 is also a great one, and has the lugs appear wider. They're not. I don't really think that they're wider. I just think the bracelet got wider on the newer one, and therefore effectively cut down some of the squareness. We'll have to have that argument some other day. Kyle Penna, $10, upvoted, rocking my marble dial watch of your. Oh, you have the marble one. I have. What do I have here? I have the Tiger Eye. Looking forward to getting the turquoise one next. I have one right here. I'll send it to you. It's right here. Smoking a Monte Cristo wide Edmundo. Wow. Jesus, Kyle, you have your shit together. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. This is the Tiger Eye. What a beauty. And here's the turquoise while we're at it. That's the one you like, yeah? Real stone. Real turquoise. I'll stick it on. These are available on my website, OceanO'MalleyChannel.com. You can get these and you can get the other ones. And the wallets. And so on. I'll take off the Rolex. That didn't last long, did it? It's lovely though. I love a no-day Rolex. I think I want to get another 12/40/60. at some point. Or maybe just get a solid gold one. Go back to where I was. I don't know. Gotta say though, rollies are rollies, aren't they? I don't say anything about them. It's just at the right time now. Well, I'll still wear it. There is the turquoise. I don't have the aventurine anymore. My girlfriend stole it. She loves it. But that's fine. No, I'm delighted. She's actually a bit of a watch girl. She has like a bunch of watches. She's telling me about a Girard Perregaux, an old vintage one that she has. She wants to fix up. And she took one of these. She took the Aventurine, the glass, the Murano glass one. And I mean, I gave it to her. She didn't steal it. But this is the pushers, sleeves, and pins and sleeves. So I said, just go to a watch guy in your area. She has a watch guy. She has two now. And he'll do it for you. But when she figured out it was pins and sleeves, she was like, "Oh, I can do it myself." She has her little hammer and her tools. She fucking adjusted the bracelet herself. Awesome, right? Many women do you know who can do that? Not many. Josh Ritter, that collectibles guy, made a great vid about Oisin and he who shall not be named. Oh, well. Yeah, give collectibles a sub. Nice guy. Mind you, I better be careful about saying nice guy, right? That only gets me in trouble. I'm too nice to others. I'm nice to other people, and then they fucking turn around and stab me in the back like the lousy rats they are. What about that guy at the kitchen as well? I was nice. He asked me for money up front. I gave it. He asked me for more money. I gave it. And he fucking blocked me. He only did a little bit of the work. Mind you, it's nearly complete. I believe by tomorrow. I said that the other day, I think, but this is the way things go. I believe by tomorrow the kitchen will be done. It's looking beautiful, actually. I have to say. Guy's like, is there no dishwasher? I'm like, no. These things are stupid. Don't like dishwashers. Benny Hill, I miss Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax, don't do it. When two tribes go to war. You don't need a hammer for a pin sleeve bracelet. Yeah, you do. How are you going to get the... Oh, you just use the little screw thing. Yeah, but then when you're putting it back in, I've changed a bunch of those, Bob Sacamano. It's got the little hammer so you can, and the holder so you can keep the bracelet held upright on its side. And you can ding, 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 ding. What are you talking about? What's my drink for today? I'm having some tequila with the watermelon. It's my favorite thing. Although I think I had a bit too much last night. I've been editing that Turin video. It's looking really nice. Maybe put something else on it. I'm just going to watch here. Just banging through them. And we put on the CN watch, the Chiara one. The gunmetal black. Seeing that I'm wearing black. Show me this thing. Look at that. Love this thing. She sold a couple of these during the week. I'm delighted. She really puts a lot of love and care into her watches. There you go. All black. She's great. Yeah, let me have a little. Speaking of tequila, look, it's in a bowl with watermelon. It's hot here. I'm not very elegant tonight. I'm never elegant. He's drinking out of a breakfast bowl. Haha, let's run and make a video all about it. Yeah. Enjoy yourselves, boys. Amar says he's looking to buy a Sea Dweller now. Felt the sub too small for me. Yeah, Sea Dweller. Get the ST43. I have a few videos on it. You can check those out. Tony Boy 1973. We're the same age, my friend. Good evening, Ocean. Roasting in Wales. We are on fire. Yeah, I hear there's another. It isn't too bad today. It's pretty hot, but there's a little bit of cooler air going through Venice today for some weird reason. No, I heard the UK is on fire. That's crazy. Thanks for the super chat, man. Gerhard Franco. One on me, starting new job on Monday. Congratulations. New job. €5. Thank you, man. A new job on Monday. That must be exciting. Best of luck with that. I'm sure you'll do great. John's angry tonight. He's aggressive. Caustic. Listen, you were talking about a video of yours, Watches in Venice. I love that one. Perfect to put on while working. Music is nice and ambient. Yes. Yeah. It goes on for an hour and it's very kind of dreamy and slow-mo, and there's lots of long, uninterrupted shots of the watches in Venice. I know, it's a good vid. It's a good. I was just saying that Mary was in it and I never noticed. I was sitting here the other night on the phone and it was on in the background because sometimes I use it as a nice background while I'm shooting. You know, it on the TV actually works, believe it or not. And the next thing I see a shot, I remember that woman walking out. Of the restaurant and like checking me out, like, who's this? What's he doing? You know? And what's this one? Beautiful timepieces in Venice, yeah? It's just super, super long shots. I remember, but then, hey, there's the SD43. Speak of the devil. There's a deep. That watch was destroyed in the California fires. That actual watch I bought it for my friend who's a music producer, who also had a watch given to him by Hans Zimmer. That kind of made news because it was being restored. So it was a different watch, but this was a very similar one. And that's his. I said, hey, can I just film it over the weekend before I ship it to you? He's like, fine. That is the deep sea James Cameron. And that got caught in the famous LA fires. What are we looking at here? What's the Grand Seiko? That's Venice. I'm just looking for this shot because I'm sitting here going, it's on in the background. Next thing I see, my friend's face on the TV. I'm like, hold on a minute. Was that her? Where is this shot? There. I just sat the camera. I was walking past this restaurant. And I sat the camera down just to get a kind of this ambient shot here. And it's nice. It's just the colors are nice. I miss it. Okay. And who's that? You know who that is? Mary. You've seen her on the channel. That was years before I knew her. This video is 3 years old, I think. What do you say? It's Mary. My God. I have to go over to her and show her that and say, believe it or not, my audience have been looking at you for a few years. I've been looking at you for a few years without even knowing. Not crazy. Wild. The world is a strange place, guys. Yeah. So yeah, this is the CN gunmetal strong watch, very strong. Very, very strong. What else should I put on? What do I have here? Oh yeah, I've got something. Chris O'Brien, I'm currently wearing my CN Italiano, and the CN CLD will be my next purchase. You mean this DLC? I think, or is there a different way of saying it? Maybe this will be your next one. Yeah, I've kind of come around to this one being my favorite. It's just so evil looking, you know. It's also extremely legible, you know. And the red and the green are there around the Rehot, the chapter ring. It's a good one. This would be cool on black rubber as well, wouldn't it? Wonder, does she do a... Yeah, I'm sure she does do a black rubber. I might have a black rubber strap here somewhere. Huh. Forgot about that. But I'm just loving the whole gunmetal thing, you know? The shininess. And this stuff is apparently unscratchable. It's a good watch. Yes, 100 Nissan. I worn this in a couple of weeks at least. I should have asked for 20,000 francs at least. What's that for? Midas, I agree. Dishwashers are stupid. Yes. Yes. You have to wash the dishes before they go in anyway. I mean, not wash, but like you've got to take all the filthy stuff off and the food. I know dishwashers really bring like wine glasses and stuff really up to a high shine. That's true. Live by myself, like I don't, unless I'm having a dinner party or something. Why would I ever use it? I just wash my one wine glass and my one plate. Panerai. Panerai. That beast. That is a Panerai beast. 47 millimeters. Big Panerai beast. Big beauty. Big lovable beauty. I love you, gal. You're lovable. Big lovable gal. Lovable lump. Lovable lummox. Prada strap. That's right, Caustic. I wish I got the one with the red, but they don't make it for the 47 mil watch. They only make it for the 44. Damn, damn, damn. There's another quote. Which is precisely why we got you this gift and we wrapped it up to be a surprise later. Damn, damn. I sense a strange accent. Oh yes, I am from Scotland. It's a whole take on how the royal family were all connected with the Germans. I am from Scotland. Oh, Scotland. I love the Gorbals. Ah, yes, the Gorbals. Yes, yes. Lovely couple. Lots of fun. Come on, we gotta have someone in the audience who gets that. Mike, any thoughts on Oris? You know, I don't know. I have to get around to it. I have to get into it. I know they aren't high end, but curious. I don't mind a non high end watch as long as the price reflects it. Seiko isn't high end unless you do Grand Seiko. But a Seiko watch is $400 or $500. Start there anyway. It's all down to the price. You know, you look at a watch and you go, it's okay. What price is it? Oh, it's only $200. Oh, well, then, shit. Yeah, then it's worth it. Everything changes once you hear the price. Here's a troll. Look. Oisin, all typed in caps because he's living in his mom's basement or whatever. Has the rash cleared up. I'm just reading. He's going to come now. Let me know when you come, man. Come, Oisin. Don't ask me to come. You're the one who's jerking off. I assume you mean, come on, Oisin. What is your net worth? What is your net worth? Look. Oh, he's coming. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself, brother. I now have to ban you. Hope you had fun. Here's another movie quote. It's like a casino. You're up, you're down, you're up, but eventually the house always wins. Doesn't mean you didn't have fun. Come on, I'm hitting you with quotes like crazy tonight. Let's get on with it. I did grab a watch roll randomly from the bank. You have to understand the security cassettes, they're like this long and like this. Well, you gotta like It's like Tetris trying to put all your watch rolls in there, and sometimes you have a stack of cash and you roll it up and stick it in there rather than deposit. Who the fuck wants to do that? And then you close them there and you kind of push them back in. Anyway, so I didn't know what I was grabbing, but I grabbed one. And it has 3 stunners in there, so I'll show you them later in the show. Didn't realize I was taking that amount of money in a watch roll. Del boy, how are you, boss? Enjoying Biennale. Dude, the Biennale has been a pain in my ass because the Biennale, as you know, most of the art is very weird. All the biggest weirdos in the world come for the Biennale. Nobody knows how to paint anymore, you know? I'm going to sound like an old curmudgeon now. Just paint a fucking painting. Instead, we had like a woman hanging upside down from inside a bell and all this performance art. And anyway, there's a building right next to me that hosted a very experimental show with a lot of strange sounds playing all day long. So it's been a couple of weird months waking up to these bloody sounds. I'm like, oh, it's part of the art. I can't complain, you know. There's nothing I can do with me. Amar. Are bank vaults expensive in Venice? My one I pay 30 a month. 30 euros a month. I could pay less if I just needed a little thing. But I need a long one because I don't like throwing watches in there. I like to put them in rolls, you know. Alejandro, how many languages do I speak? Well, apart from English, I speak Italian, I speak Veneto. Veneto, because Italy was broken up into lots of different regions. Then there was the unification. So it's all dialects. So the official broadcast Italian, as they call it, would be closest to the original dialect of Tuscany, the region of Tuscany. But you hear all sorts of dialects, and Veneto has its one, which is has a lot of character to it. You hear dialects a lot because of the gangster movies, you know. They're usually Sicilian or South Calabria, Naples kind of dialect, you know, like Lagabees, you know, stuff like that. You know, you hear that in the "you better get out of here, Lagabees." I mean, I capito, you capisci, capisci, which is do you understand, or I capito, Lagabees. So that's Sicilian or Southern dialect. They're still speaking it, you know, because they're the Italians that moved to America. Guys up here didn't move to America. Why would you move to America when you got that? It's no interest in going to America. And it would have been a serious downgrade. But it was an upgrade for a lot of the people from the South because they were living in abject poverty down there. Anything was better. And yes, all the areas up here have their own dialects as well. So I speak that In fact, I speak that a little too often lately. It's very informal to use it. Uh, and then, of course, I have a little Irish because I grew up in Ireland, and we had Irish class. We had English class and geography and history and mathematics, and we had Irish. We had to read a boring book called Peg about an old lady living in the west of Ireland, and it was all in Irish. If you read Irish, if you saw the language, you wouldn't understand a word. It's nothing like English at all, you know. There's a couple of lads in the audience who speak it fluently. I'm ashamed to say I don't speak it fluently. I'm what they call a West Brit, which is a um, a slur that the Irish in the West and in the countryside of Ireland, the heart of Ireland, you might call it, called Dubliners, because Dublin, of course, was the closest town to Britain and it was the capital, so it was the finance capital and all of that. And we were anglicized sooner than the rest of the country, or more comprehensively than the rest of the country. So they often call us the West Brits, as in we're pretty much British. You know? Mind you, I don't think anyone in Ireland would like to be told they were British, including the Dubliners. Most of all, the Dubliners, or least of all, the Dubliners. But I have friends, I have friends in Dublin who speak fluent Irish, yeah. And it's making a comeback now. There's a lot of people speaking Irish on TikTok and shit like that. The young, the next generation, they're all learning Irish. There's black girls from, Kenyan parents who moved to Ireland 20 years ago or whatever. Who were born in Dublin. They're black as night. They're gorgeous. And they speak with a Dublin accent, and they also speak Irish fluently and do Irish dance, traditional dance. We should be ashamed of ourselves. They're actually embracing our original culture. Meanwhile, all the people who are against them living there are like, get them out, you fucking country. They can barely fucking spell. Don't get me started. That's it. That's all I speak. I can say a couple of things in French, but my French is shite. And that's it, man. I know I speak Italian all the time. You're probably impressed, but it took me a long time. Okay. I'm not actually talented with languages. I know people who are. It's quite scary. Aaron Fletcher. Hey, Aaron. Hi, Sheen from Fairhaven, Massachusetts. My sister lives in Boston. She lives in a place outside Boston. I shouldn't really. One of those little, all the little towns. There's Dunny Boy again, $4.99. Thank you. Apologies for the paltry super chat. Just getting my head around super chats. Enjoying your work for a while now. Love the channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, man. You don't have to apologize for a super chat. Never apologize for your super chat. It's a lovely super chat. Thank you. It's also in British pounds, which is. I just got paid from another brand that I've done videos before for, and they're out in the Far East, and they pay me in British pounds. And man, when I convert it to euros, I'm always like, ooh, baby. Still a strong currency. I don't know how. but it still is. Emil Thomas. Belfast is British, although the locals might feel more Irish than British. Well, Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland, or the north of Ireland, depending on how you like to say it. And that is still owned by the British. It's occupied territory. If you have a friend over that border and you're in Ireland and you want to call their house, you have to dial +44, like you're calling London or something. It's got a +44 prefix. However, there are two types of people in Northern Ireland. There are people who feel Irish and there are people who feel British. I'll give you one guess which ones are the assholes. Just one guess. Half a guess. Yes. Del boy. On Feder Lum, Dulgadi on Lechris. I would always say on Wilkiadagum. On Wilkiadagum Dulgadi on Lechris. And then the teacher, if they're nice, would say, is Cadagot. So what Del Boy is writing there, every Irish scholar knows. Can I go to the toilet? On will Cadagum Dolgadi and Letteris. Letteris is a bathroom. Is Cadagot. Yes, you have Cad. You have permission. Yeah. Oh man, don't give me the Del Boy. Don't do that to me. I'm shell shocked from growing up in Dublin and going to Irish Catholic school. Pretty much hell. When I eventually do go to hell, I'll be like, this is not so fucking bad. I went to Joey's in Fairview. No problem. Bring it on, Beelzebub. Are you as bad as Redzer? Redzer was one of the fucking teachers. These men went around with sexual repression and disdain for children that you've no idea, and would beat the living shit out of us all day long for fun. And for some reason, our parents did nothing about it, which I always thought was interesting. Then you grow up and you're like, I'm pretty sure all of that shit was illegal. I'm pretty sure everyone should be under arrest. Like the teachers, the principal, your own parents for standing idly by and watching it happen. Like, I'm pretty sure it's completely illegal activity. Oh well. I guess I made it through. Just about. With a severe drinking problem. Our property prices in Ireland are crazy expensive. Yes, because years ago, Ireland decided, in order to help boom the economy, because you have to understand, we got our country back in 1921. And we didn't know what to do. For the first time in 700 years, we didn't know. We had our own. Be careful what you wish for, because you might get it back. And then you might be like, oh shit, we've got no currency. You know, we didn't have currency yet. We had to like put it all together overnight. Like, and we were a poor country then for a long time because we didn't have shit. We were trying to pick ourselves up. After we were like an abused wife or something, you know, or you know, it was putting our life back together. You know, it was rough, and eventually we began, you know, getting the hang of things. And then we had these great ideas to not tax companies that wanted to set up in our country, like tech companies, not tax them. So what did Intel and Apple do? They fucking moved to Ireland. There was only a year or two ago, they finally presented Apple with a bill, and Apple went, "Yeah, we've done the math." Now you have to understand, Apple moved to Ireland. All the Apple money you've been paying for, like Apple Macs, MacBooks, iPads, iPhones, has all been going funneled through Ireland. Steve Jobs was a complete gangster. He was brilliant, but a complete gangster. It wasn't going back to America, where it should have been going. It was being funneled through Ireland tax-free. Maybe you don't know this, but it's true. And they hit them with a bill like a couple of years ago, and it was like 14 billion euros. Apple are like, 14 billion. And then there was all these discussions on the news over there, like, what are we going to do with 14 billion euros? Like, how many pints of Guinness is that? Intel have been there for donkey's years. And then recently, Facebook, Airbnb, Google. Like, my sister-in-law used to work for Google. She was quite high up. And she did 3 or 4 months in Dublin just to move office and check out Dublin, seeing as, her family is half Irish, her nuclear family. And yeah, so there's just been an influx. You have to understand, when I was growing up, 80s and 90s, everyone was leaving Ireland. It was the first thing you did. Great education, good stuff. I'm out of here. See you, mom. See you, dad. I'm off to America, or I'm off to England, or I'm off to Australia, or whatever. Because there were no business opportunities, no jobs, no nothing. Now it's the opposite. Now Ireland has all the rich guy problems. Immigrants are moving there. Of course they do. It's a good sign. That's first world problems. Oh, too many immigrants are moving to our country. Well, you must have money. You think these people who come from gorgeous climates want to move to Ireland, where you have shitty rain all year round? No, they're moving there because where they live is, they might get blown up or, starved to death or something. There's more opportunity in your country. Think of it, Ireland. Finally, there's more opportunity. So Ireland has flipped. It's the ugly duckling of Europe who turned into a swan. I think it's one of the richest countries in the world now, per capita. It might be the richest, or just after Norway or something. Isn't it wild? Tell boy, Apple's global HQ is in Dublin. Dublin still doesn't have an official iStore. Isn't that weird? They don't have an official Apple store in Dublin. I remember the first one opening. I was there for it. It was on Prince Street in New York. Because all we had before that was TechServe. There was a place in Chelsea on 23rd Street called TechServe. And then an Apple store opened up down on Prince, down in Soho. It was an old post office converted. It was gorgeous. I remember the excitement. That was the very first Apple store. Because they were like Rolex before. I believe, actually, I have a theory about Steve Jobs, that he was secretly obsessed with Rolex and their business model, or some of it. Okay. He didn't give to the poor and to charities like Rolex do. Rolex absolutely do. Most of the money they make goes to education and helping save impoverished children and animals and stuff like this. And still, people fucking hate the brand. I don't understand it. Whatever. I'll make a video about that soon. But I think because for the longest time, Apple wouldn't sell to you. They would sell through an AD. They had ADs in New York. It was TechServe. And then they finally, it's like Rolex finally opening an actual Rolex store owned and conducted by Rolex, not an authorized dealer that, you know. Not funny. Lose my call centers galore. If you call Apple support, there's a very good chance you'll have an Irish accent on the other end of the line. Or if it's a different accent, it could be still someone in Ireland, because now we have all creeds and cultures, which we need, by the way. I'll say it again. We need. Please blacken up our people. Half of Ireland is see-through. It's not even white. It's see-through. You can see the veins and you can see whatever is behind the person. We're that fucking pale. We don't tan. I tan because, I don't know, I'm Black Irish. That's different. We freckle. We're not very good at soccer. That's been proven. Maybe all that'll change now. We have Brazilians coming and marrying our men and women. We'll finally, then the mix, the next generation of Irish will actually be able to play fucking soccer and tan on the beach. Be a miracle. And drink and tell stories and sing songs. A big mix. That's the beauty. Be like London. DG, what happened to the no date on the wrist? Got 2 minutes and got. Well, I'm going through watches. Sorry, I got distracted. Do you want me to put it back on? Were you jerking off, DG? I'm sorry, I killed your. Where was it? There it is. The no date sub. Nothing like a no date sub. Right, I'm wearing my birthday watch I bought in Lisbon. Oh, yeah, we met there. Yeah, that was good. That was good times, man. Good hang. I saw these. I missed TechServe. Is it gone? Ah, shit. Yeah, I like that store too. And they had all the old posters that think different. Yeah, with Einstein and, who else? The guy that cracked the Enigma. Yeah. It was nice. It was a nice store, I remember. Yeah. And their little system where you'd wait. It was like going to the dentist or something. You want to get your. They would fix anything, man. You could bring them any old Apple Mac and they'd fix the damn thing. Great. TechServe. Yeah, then Apple stores opened up all over the city, and that was the end of that. John Doe, Belfast has an Apple store. Well, they should. They got to get something for that +44 area code, right? It's got to give them something. John Doe, Irish people are mostly happy with foreign workers because they are doing the jobs. There is a shortage of. You don't punctuate, do you? Do I have to punctuate for you? Because they are doing the jobs. Full stop. New sentence. There is a shortage of, like working in there's a shortage of OF, like working in hospitals and nursing homes. And then a little picture of a house. No punctuation, but a picture of a house. I like it. You're very avant-garde. You're very arty, John Doe. It's the illegal migration and problem or some whatever. Most migration is illegal until it's called asylum. Who gives a shit? You know what? Very wealthy people who are ripping you off every day and starting wars really want you to believe that the poor guy down the street who moved there illegally is the problem. Somehow the guy who earns $7,000 an hour convinced the guy that makes $70 an hour that the guy who makes $7 an hour is the problem. That's the genius of the rich and powerful. Did you see Luigi Mangione pleaded guilty today? I might have John on tomorrow or on Sunday. Tomorrow or Sunday, I can't decide. Remember John, so we can talk. We can talk about a few funny things. He's always a good guest. Anyway, yeah, Mangione. Like, listen, I know Dirk, from the Eyebashers. He's very against what Luigi Mangione did. I'm the other way. I'm like, I'm sorry, but he killed a mass murderer. Last time I checked, that's a pretty good thing to do. You don't think the head of a health insurance company in New York is a mass murderer with blood on his hands? Think again. Yes, DG, he pleaded guilty. You know why? It's a technicality. They were trying to hit him with the same charge from two different directions. The state charge, and then what was the other one? Was it Jersey where he was picked up? They were hitting him with two of the identical charges, and there's a double jeopardy law in New York where you can't do that. Like if you kill someone, right? And the state go after you, and then another state where you did it go after you. What are you going to get sentenced twice for the same crime? You can't do that. Not in New York, at least. And by pleading guilty, because he's going to be in jail for a long time anyway, probably. But by pleading guilty, he enacted the double jeopardy law. Now it goes into effect. But the not guilty plea wasn't going to help him in that way. Jonathan, you okay with murdering a guy on the street? So you see Hitler walking down the street. You see Jeffrey Epstein pulling up his zipping up his pants as he leaves some 13-year-old girl's apartment. Or judging from your comment, let me make something probably that rings bells with you. You see a member of Hamas, or you see Osama bin Laden. You know, Osama bin Laden, they went to his house, they crawled up his stairs, and they shot him in his bed. You're cool with that, right? I hope you are. He's a mass murderer. Yes, I'm okay. A guy. That's how you brush over language. Isn't that beautiful? You must watch a lot of Fox News. A guy. Oh, really? Just a guy on the street, not a mass murderer. Just a guy. Yes, I'm very, very okay with that. Yes, very. He's probably responsible for the slow and painful death and the destruction of families, maybe times 10,000. People who didn't want to get sick. Who the hell wants to get cancer or whatever? Nobody. You don't choose to do that. And yet then you're denied care and your family have to watch you slowly die, or you have to watch your wife slowly die. You wouldn't be mad at the guy who denied you or the company that did it. But the guy is making big money and heading to $1,000 lunch to talk to his shareholders that day. Go fuck yourself. I used to always say as well, I'll say it again. I'm sorry, Mangione didn't just follow him to the meeting and take them all out, those lousy sons of bitches, making money off the misery of the good, hardworking, everyday American. I'm sorry you didn't go along and fucking chuck a grenade into the fucking room. Strong enough an answer for you? These people make money and profit off of the misery of normal people. And all they did was get sick. Something that happens to every single one of us. And they were insured. It's one thing if you're not insured, you have to know the system. I mean, we don't have that problem over here because we're not that fucking primitive, but at least get to know the system. Yeah. Get insured. Like the Michael Moore movie years ago, Sicko. It wasn't about people who weren't insured, of which there are like 40 or 50 million who can't afford it in the richest country in the world. That's ridiculous. It was people who were insured and they were just denied anyway. So they're paying all this money every month, crippling their lives, and then getting turned down when they found a lump. I'm just sorry he shot the guy in the back. He should have fucking pinned him down the ground, stuck the thing in his mouth, and asked him to beg for forgiveness, for his soul's forgiveness before he goes to hell. Before he wakes up in an Irish Catholic Christian Brothers school in the 1980s. He gets shot in the face for his disgusting crime against humanity. And then wakes up and he's reading Peg, he's reading Irish. He's in Irish class in 1982 in Dublin. And the teacher just asked him to stand up and read the next page. The worst fate possible. Go for green. Evening all. Upvoter. Thank you for upvoting. DJ TPG pleaded guilty on YouTube. Yes, he did. Well, yeah. I mean, he gave everyone the evidence. What a strange guy. What a really bizarre moment in the watch space that was. God. Just sit back and witness this dude do this stuff. That was so odd. I remember facing off with him on Tim's show. Ripping the guy a new asshole. Walter Krokbakonski. Bankers are just as bad, sure. Well, there's the old The old skit with what's his name who plays Mr. Bean, that comedian. Um, he's like he's the devil and he's welcoming people to hell. Remember that old thing? And he's like, all right, so let's sort you all out. Like over here, can we have all the bank managers? You know, we have all the lawyers over here, pedophiles, rapists over here. But bank managers was one of them. Yeah. Canuck watch collector. You're from Canada. Um, that guy will be a hero. Yeah, Luigi. Yeah, he'll be a hero. Yeah, yeah. Well, you're a hero if you go up against the man. You know, you hurt kids or something, and you go to jail. You're screwed because most of the guys are in jail because they were hurt by their parents or whatever. They a lot of these guys just got fucked from literally earlier in life, and that's why they turn to crime and they turn to drugs and fuck them up from the get go. So the last thing they want to see is some asshole walk in who did to some child, some kid, what happened to them. You know, I mean, if you fuck around with kids, I mean, you should kill yourself. Just take care of it. Have a great bottle of wine and a meal and hug your family and just take care. Just jump off a cliff. Like if that's the kind of thing you're into, you're a broken machine. I don't know what to say. You're a broken machine. You know. But if you don't do that, if you don't have the courage to do that, and instead you decide to take out things on a little innocent child or something, and you go to jail, you are screwed, my friend. Because everyone in that jail, they'll be waiting in line to get a go at you. Whereas Mangione, yeah, well, he'll find the Italians in there, right? Because his name is Italian. He'll find the American Italians. They'll take him in. And most of these guys will be like, yeah, I got turned down. I came back from the war and they wouldn't give me the right service or right care, or my cousin got sick and was denied coverage and it bankrupted the whole family and everything fell apart. You know, a slew of stories. Rowan Atkinson, thank you, Mac. Rowan Atkinson. I would have never remembered that. He's a great actor. He was Blackadder. Thank you, sir. Anthony, more of these overpaid CEOs should watch their backs. It's okay to make money and be enterprising. Nothing wrong with that. I think I draw the line when you begin to seriously harm others for your profit. This guy is denying care. His company is, and so therefore he's in charge, right? Denying care to raise their stock value so he can have a nice lunch in Manhattan with his shareholders. How horrible of a person do you need to be when you have millions and you want to buy shares and invest in companies, and one of your instincts is like, yeah, I'll put it into healthcare. You know, I want to see my net worth go up on the back of little kids with cancer and stuff. You fucking piece of shit. There's nothing wrong with making money and being enterprising and all of that. Certainly not. Though I do find it rare that anybody does it in a big way without harming someone else. Show me a great fortune and I'll show you a great crime. Isn't that the quote? Thoughts on Fauci, DG? Here's the thing on Fauci. God, we're political tonight, huh? It's so funny to me, the Fauci thing, because I think Americans are forgetting this was not an American phenomenon. COVID wasn't just in the United States. It was everywhere in the world. We all had the same problem. We all had Fauci's. Fauci is nuts. It's crazy. What they're doing is they're making him a fall guy so that they can move ahead with the narrative of never question us ever again kind of thing. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They did the same thing here. We had the fucking police, the military in the streets. You saw the episodes, guys. Well, was I supposed to go around and go, it's my freedom. You're taking away my freedom to spread the disease around. It's the whole Fauci thing is a lesson in insular mentality. Yeah. Come on. The whole world had to deal with that shit. It's not specific to Fauci. But, the right are just using it to do their thing. Oh, God. They're like, he just wanted fame so much. I'm like, hold on. You voted for who? He wanted fame and notoriety, and it didn't matter. He wanted the glory of the spotlight. I'm like, and you voted for who? Who loves the fame and the spotlight? By the way, did you see the people he brought on his? I'm talking about Trump, who I like. I'll say it again. I like him. I actually like him. I love the insane disdain he has for his voters. He hates his voters so much. He thinks they're all such idiots. Proven once again when he said, when they're like, hold on a minute, you got off the plane, you left all your staff. The only people he brought with him are people who write nice things about him. So he didn't even bring like Marco Rubio and so on, Catherine Levin. He's like, well, fuck, I'm out of here. If they're going to shoot at that plane, and then he goes, actually, I think my plane was more into. It's amazing. I was like, you're a genius, man. You're a genius because you figured it out. Just say the thing. Makes zero sense at all. Of course, they wouldn't know about that. Was the whole idea, and you're still gonna twist it because you think that your voters are fucking morons, and they are. So you're right. So good for you. Take them for every penny they've got. God bless you. I hope he does. Hope he rips them all off. All these farmers go, oh, things are hard, and I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did, and I hope you all fucking suffer for it. And I hope he uses your money to play golf. And he will. Good for him. DG, didn't he take the fifth like 200 times? Well, he did because the questions were ridiculous as well. Everything was. He played the fifth, but then you have that guy. The names are gone. That skinny weird dude. He's like, "What's the color of the carpet in front of you?" Once you plead the fifth, and it's clear that you're pleading the fifth, they get the point. Or at least they used to. John Cotton, or Tom Cotton, that's his name. Probably the worst person. I would happily strangle that prick to death and go to jail for it. I would happily do it. Tom Cotton, utter scumbag. What's your name? What age are you? What's the color of the? Just try and push the fact that the guy isn't going to answer any questions because there's a thing called the fifth in your democracy, which he has every right to take. But instead, you're going to go, all right. Do I like Fauci as a person? No, not really. But he's no different to everything else that happened around the world. I've got COVID deniers right here in Venice, man. I have COVID deniers in my life here. Some of them are my good friends. We just don't talk about it. Or if they talk about it, I go, and I just nod and then I order a drink and I don't. If I held a world map up in front of them, they wouldn't be able to point out the country they're living in on it. Let's be clear about that. But yeah, exists everywhere. The stream is called Watch Talk. You were right, DJ. Well, you fucking asked me about Fauci, so shut up. I'm putting you on a timeout. No. Born today is 499. Fauci is part of the global cabal Jewish conspiracy. Come on. That's stupid. Listen, the whole world doesn't know really what to do. Next one that comes along, if it ever does, we'll be a bit more versed in it. I think what we did was we did the right thing. I think what the world did, the measures we took, didn't save a lot of people. A lot of people died. But we did what we could, and we probably limited the number of casualties and deaths. I know a woman who lost her husband to it. I think he was a denier. From what I hear, he was one of the deniers. He was in the States as well. She was devastated. The thing is, even if it's a hoax, I don't think COVID was a hoax at all. I had COVID a couple of times myself. It wasn't a fucking hoax. Even if COVID was some sort of hoax to control the population, all that stuff. Aren't you just, what's wrong with you that you don't want to at least, because there's a chance that it isn't a hoax. It's like going past a dark laneway at night and hearing, help, help, rape, rape. And going, yeah. You know, if you go down the dark laneway and you actually, there's no one there and it's just an actress in her house with the window open practicing her lines in which she's saying help, help, rape, rape. And you go, oh, fuck, I thought it was something serious. Never mind. Okay, but at least you went down the laneway to check it, right? Imagine never going down the laneway to check it. That's my problem with this stuff. Like, if you're wrong, you're going to hell, you lump of shit. Maybe you're right, but if you're wrong, it's really fucking, you're a lowlife. You're a piece of shit. Like, at least we're playing along. And if we're wrong, we can go, okay, well, you made a fool of us. All right, then. Well, you know, you took away our freedom or whatever for a few months or for a year. Like we all suffered for that. Like what? We had to sit in our house and wear a fucking mask. Oh, big deal. Try reading Peg in an Irish class in 1982. You'd be running out of there and putting on a mask, going, okay, fine, I'll have to wear a mask when I go to the movie theater or whatever. Big deal. If you're wrong, You're the lowest form of life. Didn't that occur to you? It's astonishing. And it's astonishing that it became politicized as well. Why would you politicize such a thing? As Dirk always says from the Eyebashers, the aliens need to come down, man. Because then we're all the fucking same. If the aliens, if it's Mars attacks, remember that Tim Burton movie? Then it won't be anything to do with the Dems or the Republicans or whatever. We'll all be running for cover. They'll even the score real quick. God. Hey, look, he wants to bring it back to Watchdog. You're probably right, Michael. You've got a point. My thoughts on the Vacheron Constantin overseas. Well, there's a new one. Like there's the 4500 now. There's the 4520, right? And the 4520 has a taper bracelet, which I think is nicer. Same movement. And what else? Does it have like a micro adjustment or something in the clasp? There are certain details that are better about the newer one. I like the overseas. I like VC. I'm going to show you one actually pretty soon because I have a watch roll here that I grabbed from the bank today. Lee Fox. Hey, Oshin, the sub seems to suit you when again with the punctuation. Hey, Oshin, the sub seems to suit you. Full stop. New sentence. When was the last time you owned one? Question mark. Sorry to be a grammar Nazi here, but otherwise I'll read it like this. Hey, Oshin, the sub seems to suit you. When was the last time you owned one? The last time I owned one was 40 milliseconds ago. I still own one. It's on the fucking wrist. It's not new. It's been around for ages. I've had several. I used to have the 1246. I gave it to my brother for all the help that he did for the channel and all the fucking years I put him through. Pain and suffering being in a band with me wasn't easy. He's lucky he got out with his sanity. I'm not sure he even did. But I will change watch. What do I put on now? Put on the Tudor. Steel and gold dial. How's that? It's a good one. John Smith was wearing the Black Bay monochrome. Nice watch. I have respect for Tudor owners, Seiko owners, and others. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been working on the Turin video. It's nice. The Breguet is outrageous. What a watch. And Turin is beautiful. But there is a duplicity to Turin. So I'm kind of beginning to lean in on that now. That was last night. I was putting that part together where we went over to this market, and I thought it'd be like that Time Out market in Lisbon. Remember that one? It was gorgeous. But no, nothing like it. We didn't go in the end. It looked like a mess, and the outside surrounding area was really rough. And I said, "Fuck, we better film. We better film around here." And she was like, "Yeah, you should film this. This will add depth to your video." So, it was just a lot of poverty around there. And it shows there was some other things as well I'm going to show in the video where you have beautiful landmarks and then horrible buildings next to them, like buildings erected in the 70s or something, or 80s. Just horrible. Like right by the original gates to the city, there's the worst building you've ever seen. There's a couple of them. And I'm thinking, like, why would they allow that? And it can only be because the city itself is masquerading as a wealthy, successful city. It's really not. There are areas of it that are still magnificent and impressive. And there are some bars that are expensive, but the truth is Turin might be a little broke behind the scenes. So that's adding some depth to the city, to the video at least, of the city, which is good, because I wouldn't want the video to just be one of these. When have I ever made a video like, "Oh, here's the great thing about this," all nice things to say about. I always try to at least add some angle. Even Lisbon, I did get into the poorer areas there to see and film, all the guys hanging around on the streets with nothing to do. Because it's easy to just wander around the kind of nice areas and the bars and so on, or stay in your hotel or nearby. But then you wander around and you see the real people. So that's where I'm going with that. I'm not sure I can make a parallel with Breguet. But Breguet may be the same, right? I mean, their watches cost a lot from the boutique, but they go for a lot less on the gray. Because people think about Patek. When they have that kind of money, they want Patek or VC or AP or RM or something. They don't think about Breguet, even though Breguet was like the beginning of everything, and they're so responsible for so many things. Same as Turin. Turin was the first of many things, first capital of the kingdom, first parliament, first football club, first movie studio, first movie theater in Italy. Ray, 2 books. John Doe. Okay. It's okay. I understood all your chat. Okay. You guys are talking among yourself. Gear and Train. $4.99. Thank you so much. More live streams. Love to see it. Yeah, I'm doing a Who Needs a Drink tonight. I don't know if Dirk is on, if I'll go over with him, but I'll send you guys over. You might be interested. I should probably get back to work after this. Where is... I don't know if he's doing one. Oh, he is. Oh, and my face is in the bloody... Okay. I'm in the thumbnail, so I better go over at least for a few minutes. fine. He's always using that same photo of me. I love the photo of him, and he looks so sharp and edgy. He's perfected the AI version of himself. Sorry, I'm just setting up the redirect. Will we, Michael, will we hear any Rachmaninoff? Nope, you're not going to hear any Rachmaninoff in that. I'm saving Rachmaninoff for a different video I already have planned in my head. You'll hear some lovely music, but not Rachmaninoff. And when it is Rachmaninoff, it will be the Rach 2, because that's the most beautiful piece of music ever written. No, but there is nice music. I'm not going to give it away. How long does the Zippo tank hold? It holds for about an evening. It's not long. I kind of made a mistake because this thing came in single and double. And me just trying to be the big swinging dick, I chose the double, you see? I could easily get by with a single. So it burns up a lot more fuel than this. I might just buy the single. It's only $20 on Amazon. I'm not, I mean, if I was smoking big, huge, fat 50 ring gauge cigars or something every day, then maybe I would need it, but I'm not. Big Churchills. I mean, when it works, it's spectacular. Look. I'm going to show you more watches. What do you think of the Tudor? You liking it? I like it. I heard a chrono or the black dog. That's a beast. Beast of a watch. What else we got here? I have the Nomadic. Let me put this on for a couple of minutes. The new addition to the collection. Titanium watch. The Brew 750. Sexy. And so light. Because it's titanium. Good watch. I'll show you this watch roll in a minute. It's full of really high-end stuff. FW Watch Picks or F Watch Picks. Still very much looking forward to the new updated Panerai video. Didn't it include you diving into the canal to escape the mad frogmen? Not diving into the canal, no. Just getting dragged into a gondola and taken off into the fog. I actually met Cristiano today, who works in Panerai in the boutique on the Piazza. I was like, "Do you want to be in the video?" They won't know it's you because you'd be wearing a crazy helmet thing. He's like, "Yeah." He's a tall, well built, muscular guy. Taller than me. He's 6'1", I would say. And yeah, he was like, "Oh, let me know. If I'm around, I'll do it." Yeah, I'll get around to that. I'll finish this Turin thing. I have another sponsored watch to do. I have more than I have the nomadic ladies watches to do. They're here. I have two beautiful ladies to model them already. Of this with the mother of pearl, and then this one is the Prestige Marie two-tone. I can show you them. The other watch thing I can't show you until the release date. This one has diamonds and mother of pearl. Look at that. And then this one it's got steel and gold. I think this is my favorite. I can't really model them for you because they're a little small. But don't you worry. I'll make sure the ladies are pretty. And the watches look nice. John Schmitz, you have a Zero West video. Yeah, I have that one to work on too. That one's way behind schedule, but you'll understand once it goes out, you'll be like, "Oh God." No wonder it took him like a year to make this. It's the story of John Harrison. It's the story of solving the longitude problem. You think that sounds easy? Fuck. Ooh, sorry about that feedback. That only started happening when I got this new mixer. Did I deafen everyone? Sorry. I guess there must be some sort of compression on this thing. Dang. That never happened with the old mixer. Anyway, yeah, so I got all that stuff. And then I don't want, in this heat, I don't want to film that Panerai thing anyway, because they have to wear these crazy masks. They're like rubber and you put them over your head. Like, it's going to be suffering for all the actors involved. As it is without this crazy heat. So it should wait. Amar. You should go on YouTube or go on my channel and search Oshin Grand Seiko. That will answer your question. Yes, there is a big Grand Seiko video of a Grand Seiko I owned for quite some time. That's a really good video, I would say. It's all out there, guys. Whenever you wonder, I wonder what's she ever done Breitling or just go on YouTube, Oshin Breitling, Oshin Grand Seiko, and there it is. You might be surprised what you'll find. F Watchpix loves the two-tone. Oh, for the wife or do you have a small wrist? It's very pretty. Yeah. I have to choose which model wears which. Let me look at this watch roll. Oh no, there's one or two more watches I want to put on. There's a PayPal that came in. Is that from a viewer? Philip Manning, you're late today. Thank you, sir. So there's the Nomadic Brew, best dive watch of the year. Krana 4, 750 meters water resistance, helium escape valve, closed back, titanium watch, big chamfers. You see the chamfers shining. Indestructible. Fantastic watch with a little glide lock thing as well. The Brew 750 from Nomadic. Fantastic. Next one I'll put on. Let me do some Omega. Dun, dun, dun. The watch that started it all. Had this on all day today. This is the S&P 300M. Maybe the perfect man's watch. First nice watch I ever bought, and should have just stopped there. Love this thing. It was back when they made their watches well. It was back when they made the straps so silky and perfect. No hot spots whatsoever. Their manufacturing was just superior. And it's such a slim, elegant head shape. I don't mind the new ones. They're nice. They're chunky, or they're more bombastic. This one has an elegance too. And when you see it on the wrist of Daniel Craig in Casino Royale while he's gambling, you're like, fuck. I think I was watching that movie months and months ago, and I was like, okay, hold on, I've got to pause the movie and go find my SMP. I needed to wear it. Like, what kind of child is this? I needed to wear the watch when I was watching the movie, like a little boy. So silly. Neelis, are you selling the Nomad? No, I just got it, man. I was supposed to send this one back because now they're a big deal, Nomadic, you know. It's not like years ago when they just send me the watch and go and keep it. Now they're like the ladies' watches will definitely go back. This one was supposed to go back too, but then I was like, hey, I'm finished with this, and put the video out. Everyone loved it. Great success. And send me a shipping label. I'll drop it off at DHL tomorrow. And they're like, you know what? We love the video. It's yours. It's a smart thing for them to do as well, because obviously I'm going to do things like right now, which I'm not being paid for, but I'm showing you the watch, and I'll wear it and I'll do Instagram pics with it. And so it's like free advertising. It may not be as significant as the video itself, but it's still keeping it out there in the zeitgeist, right? No, but I love this thing. Like, I like this is my invincible watch, you know? Like I can wear the no date sub, but that's 10 grand, you know? This is two and it's titanium and it's light and it's invincible. So it's like this is the kind of thing I just want to wear and not even have to think about it, you know? I just think they did the right thing. I think Rolex should make a Sea Dweller in titanium. I don't believe they have. They've made the Yachtmaster. They made the huge thing is titanium, maybe that stupid big thing, whatever it's called, the Challenger or whatever. Stupid, it's way too big. They need to make an SD43 in titanium. That's the perfect combo. Because the SD43, as much as I love it, is it's a heavy watch on the wrist. Come on. I should have just stopped here, shouldn't I? That would have saved all you guys all the pain of having to watch my stupid videos and listen to my stupid politics. Whoa. Damage. No, it was the bracelet. That's fine. Nothing. Here's another Omega. Actually, this one's for sale. I don't want to sell it. I think I have to sell the watch. There's a pretty watch. This might be the prettiest Speedy I've ever had. How's that? For a guy who dropped a lot of watches off at the bank, I still have a lot of fucking watches in the house. Isn't that a beauty? I think I will sell this one. I have other Speedies. I don't know if I'll ever get another one of these again, though, will I? There's the box for it. Let's see what's in the box. Move this keyboard out of the way for a second. No, I'll do it here. Oh yeah, it's got I forgot. Yeah, it's got everything. Oh my god, it's like new. Got all the stuff. Tokyo 2020, which never happened. This is going to be collector shit, man, in years to come. Tokyo 2020. Isn't that crazy? And then the cards, of course, very important. The book, we all know that book. But the box is really nice. Look at the beautiful Tokyo 2020 box. They're so nice. Everything is in new condition. Wow. And in here, I have the bracelet unworn with sticker. Unworn. You know how you know they're unworn? Because those little high polished parts are untouched. They're the first thing to get the scuffs. See the sticker still on? Mint. So this goes back in the box. And the watch is mint also. I don't wear it. Honestly, I put it on this thing, but I have not been wearing it. It looks nice with the, let me show you with the bracelet. How it looks. Might look nicer with the bracelet, actually. Sorry. Yeah. You get the point. You get the message. Yeah. Does this thing have the push extender? Oh, it does. No, it does. There's stickers in there too. It has the glide lock thing. That's nice. Yeah. Great piece. That goes back in the box safely. A couple of extra links in there too, I noticed. All this stuff, man. Omega are funny. They really do give you a lot of stuff. Rolex don't. Rolex just give you a box and a card. Yeah, so that's the watch. Beautiful thing. Quite a speedy. Look at that. Yeah, very nice. All right. Let me open this watch box. Have I gone through everything? Okay. Oh, there's a pneumatic I might sell. I don't know. It's this one. It's the Chrono with the green. I don't know if I want to sell it though. I think I should probably keep it and advertise for the boys. With the vintage strap. The green Chrono. That's gorgeous though. So, what am I doing? Yeah, smoke first. Little drinky winky, and then we'll open a watch roll and see what's inside. Can you believe I dropped off some heavy hitters at the bank? And now I still have all of these pieces everywhere. I gotta have a shotgun at the door. Check the chat. And Solo, when am I moving? Soon, man, soon. Kitchen looks like it's ready. Short tour. Once it's all ready and all set up, yeah. Oh, before I leave this place? Yeah, I suppose I could probably do that. You can finally, because people think I live in a shoebox. I don't. It's a nice size apartment. Just you only ever see a little bit of it. Stretches all the way to the other side of the block. Windows on either side of the whole block, which is rare. It's nice for prevailing winds to clean out all the cigar smoke. I'd like to show you the view from the window. That's one thing I'd like to show. Because that would put things in perspective, seriously. Thank you for coming back on Friday nights. Hey, man, it's not every Friday, but just check. Keep an eye out, and it might happen. It happened last week. Oh, not last Friday. I did Saturday. Yeah, that's right. And then the one before didn't happen. Okay. The other watch that's here, before I get to the thing, is the famous IWC. That everybody is like, don't sell it, keep it. It's so you. Looks like I've got to wind it. Here's the funny thing about winding IWC watches, especially the big pilots. It goes backwards. You don't wind it forwards, you wind it backwards. It's weird. I actually kind of like that. It was 11:50. That's 11:55. Now I'm stuck. Do you ever get that when you're waiting for the minute to change on your phone so you can just hit the crown in? Anybody else do that? Because otherwise it would drive me crazy because I have OCD. I'm waiting for 11:55 to hit just so I can go click, re-engage the movement. This is annoying. Yeah, so this was the big surprise. Excuse me. This was a big surprise. There's 11:55. Clickaroo. Wind it back in. Well, this is like the best crown of any watch I have by a mile. The crowns I love on watches are Tudor, IWC, and Zero West. They're the best crowns. Rolex crowns, garbage. This is the IWC Big Pilot 43. That was the kind of pleasant surprise that came out of nowhere. And all of you are like, you know what? That's fucking you. Keep it. And I really do like it, actually. I think it really suits me. This could be a one and done watch. If this is all I have, that's a $10,000 watch. It's not like you're really settling. It's still a big deal as a watch. But I think, yeah. It's a beauty. IWC are serious. Movie producers are serious. Everyone's serious but me. I realize that I am America and I'm talking to myself again. What's that? That's 4 quotes in one night, or 5. 4 at least, 5 maybe. America, I've given you all, and now I'm nothing. America, $2.27. I can't stand my own mind. Okay, let's finally get to this watch roll that I grabbed at the bank. This is Mirage Watch Rolls, MirageLuxuryTravel.com. They've never, ever paid me. I just do it because I like them. They send me rolls, which is nice. Any rolls I need, and I do giveaways and stuff, but contrary to popular opinion, I'm not all about the money. I like to be generous and help smaller brands out. So let's see what's in here. Shall we do a close-up? Not too close? That's too close. There's no such thing as too close, O'Malley. We're all watch nerds in the room. Boom! Sorry about the focus. Boom! They all need a wine. It's been sitting in the bank for ages untouched. How's that for watch porn? You like that? So we have the square over here. Donald Trump watch. Any Trump fans in the room? That's the same watch he wears. Then the Vacheron Constant. That's VC. That's Constantin also. But then you have the VC Chrono. And then over here we have a Breguet GMT in rose gold. A watch that's been somewhat neglected over the past while. Because I've been wearing that tourbillon all the time. It's not the first one. I'll pull that one out first. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I left you unwound. I believe the wind on this is my favorite wind of all watches. I don't know if the mic is going to kill it, but this is what it sounds like. Oh, Jesus. My God, the wind. This is art. Breguet is art. You can tell the time on your Apple Watch or on your phone. What's the point in buying a sensible watch like this IWC? Buy art. I noticed not TGB, or is it TGB? The Urban Gentry guy. He's got all into Breguet now. I've been watching that guy for a year. I haven't watched him in a long time, but he recently came up on my radar because he's a Breguet guy now. Eventually, we all wind up being Breguet guys, apparently. This is a GMT, so it has two dials. Coming up on midnight. Is this right, though? Oh, yeah. I have it set for New York. What time does it say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 6 New York, 6 p.m. Hurrah. 12:01. Yeah, this one is now she's moving, look. It's art, guys. Pure art. Now the IWC doesn't look that impressive anymore. Hey, we went from 10 grand to 55, so you always have to keep the money factor in mind. And remember, when you're closing the clasp on a Breguet, you don't do it there, you do it from back there. How's that? This one's a little larger in head size than the tourbillon you'll see in the video. This is a 40. The tourbillon is a 39. I know it seems like little, but actually you feel it. DJ, do you prefer the tourbillon or the GMT? At first, I like this one, the GMT, but the tourbillon kind of won me over with time. So it did. That thing is, you'll see the video. I mean, I got the big macro lens, the lens is this long on that thing. I didn't even realize the detail. On the back of the tourbillon, like you have all that hand carved swirls of gold. They don't do it anymore. I think it was just too much work. The new tourbillons are like 180 grand, but they don't even have the artistry that these ones have. And I mean, they're nice watches, don't get me wrong. I didn't notice this before, but I noticed through the macro lens, the rubies in the movement are inside the little curved swirls. They're sitting in the middle of them. I'm like, oh my God. it's just outrageous art. I don't even think Patek come close. I don't think Patek come close to Breguet. I think Breguet is probably the top from, craftsmanship, artistry, and of course their history. They came up with everything. Automatic movement in your watch, they came up with that. The Perpetuel was their idea, his idea, Louis Breguet. Anti-shock resistance, his idea. Tourbillon, his idea. Coin edge, his idea. The first Breguet the blue tempered hands, predates Cartier. I don't know. Then people come into this kind of money, and the first thing they think is Patek and AP. And what the fuck is wrong with you? This is the shit. You really want to be a true gentleman. All right, so then we'll go for the Donald Trump. Again, I like Donald. I hope he rips you all off. Takes all your money. That's exactly what he said he was going to do. And this is the watch that he wears. He has the ellipse. It looks terrible on him. He's too fat. He has the 36 mil president. Also looks a bit small on him. But anyway, when he met Mamdani, he was very impressed by Mamdani. Remember? That must have burnt a fucking hole in a lot of heads that are watching tonight. How could he say that? How could my lord say that about that evil commie? Anyway, that's famous meeting. This is the watch he's wearing. He's been wearing this all the time. Every time I see him in an interview, he's been wearing this. The only other person I know of one of these is a person who I will not say their name, who's a friend of mine now, and has a watch collection that would literally make you run naked, crying through a forest late at night. Wealth that I will never ever know. And he has a magnificent collection. He gave up on Patek Philippe when he asked them to make a piece unique for him, and they said they'll have to think about it. And he went, "All right, I'm never wearing Patek again." That'll give you the idea. That'll give you an idea. It'll give you an indicator of the kind of level we're talking about. This guy hasn't flown commercial in 30 years. Anyway, he has one of these too, and he made a very good point. This has the finest strap ever made for a watch. The finest. And James was wearing it. It looks great on James. It really looks good on James. It's perfect on his wrist. It's actually kind of a large watch. And we went to the Orel Hotel for brunch with said individuals, and James was wearing it, and the discussion started about how magnificent the strap is. It is the softest, most luxurious feeling strap I have ever touched. And I've held a lot of straps. It's the VC Square. When it came out, it was the thinnest watch. The only people who beat it were Piaget. And I had that watch, but a chap, a viewer, bought it. Oh my gosh. What a strap is. If every strap was like this. So there's the Square. How's that for a dress watch? Alejandro says the Lange und Sonne Saxonia. Yeah, that's a beautiful watch as well. I've never owned an Lange. Well, for all you Trump fans out there, he has good taste in watches. I'll hand him that. Look at that thing. Stunner. And last but not least, certainly not least, from one VC to another VC. Good God, that thing is crazy. Yes, one more VC. I've got to wake her up as well. She's been sitting neglected for weeks. Asleep. Let's hear the wind on the VC chrono. That rubbing is my thumb against the watch head. If I try not to do that, you'll hear the wind by itself. There you go. Yeah. But wind it up. It's a 3-2-1 movement. It's the famous column wheel, vertical clutch, same as the 3-2-1, with slight modifications for VC. Oh, she's completely dead. She needs a full wind. There we go. Done. Just like a Speedy, just like an old Speedy. No date on here, so no problem. All right. You ready? Do you have your puke bucket next to you? Are you sitting down? How's that? Also rose golds. Silver dial. Whoever said chronos need to be thick? Look at that. And the movement you can see there. Come on. Come on. With full deployment. God, I haven't worn this in ages. Feels like a whole new watch. A whole new watch. Yeah. Not a small watch. How's that? Happy? Not half bad. And that, my friends, is the end of the show. We go over to Dirk, see how he's doing. I feel like I haven't spoken to Dirk in ages. Maybe I should go over and hang out for a few minutes. Has he started yet? Yeah. Oh, he changed the. It's the two of us walking through an airport. Looking cool. All right. I'm gonna go. Good talk. Thanks for the super chats, guys. Some of these watches, I suppose, are for sale. If you want one, just reach out to me. Oshinamarichannel@gmail.com. I guess I could sell one. Who needs all these watches anyway? I've got a sickness. DJ says, out of all three, I picked Brigade GMT. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice one. All right. I better go. I'll put the link to Dirk's show in the chat. And you can click straight on it. We'll continue the conversation over there. Should be fun. Like old times. And if some of you just leave the video playing after I'm gone, it might pop you over there automatically. But there's the link. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for listening to my musings. And I will catch up with you guys very soon. Turin video coming up. Excited. Haven't done one of those in a long time. Well overdue. All right. Take it easy. Peace. Love. Ciao. See you on Dirk's stream in 10 seconds. Less. Go over to Dirk's stream. The iBashers. It's in the chat. Click straight on it.